All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I'm deeming an illegal Titan build, okay? If you're out there trying to play some Trials with Cyrus, I've noticed so many Titans have been using this arc build, and the reason why is pretty simple. I mean, the grenades are really strong. I haven't seen as many people pair this exotic piece of armor that I'm using with this, but in today's video, I'm going to demonstrate a lot of the reason why this is such a good build. So let's go ahead and start off from the beginning. We're obviously rocking Arc Titan, and we're going to have Thunder Crash as the super. The reason why is because it has a faster base cooldown. 8 minutes, 20 seconds is better than 916, and the super is kind of better for that instantaneous slam or shutdown, and for just, getting some fast super kills. We're going to rock Thruster just because movement is always really nice. Pushing to the middle, getting to the middle first, tends to be the winning strategy inside Trials of Osiris. It's tried and true. We've been playing Trials for 7 years. The team that takes mid control usually wins. So using Thruster to either get to the mid or be evasive or whatever it may be, movement is always a really good thing, and this class offers some of the best movement. Use Catapult Lift, obviously for skating, if are on mouse and keyboard with the scroll wheel, and if not, then you can still skate otherwise by just spamming jump as much as possible. And then we got Seismic Strike. We're using this for shoulder charging with Peregrine Greaves, or just for movement as well. I'll get to that in just a moment. Next up, we'll talk about Storm Grenade. This is the strongest grenade in PvP right now. Everyone's using this thing on Arc Titan. And then we're using Touch of Thunder to amplify that and make it even better, because it then turns into a roaming thundercloud. Obviously, a lot of you have already seen this. And so those two paired together is kind of the magic of this subclass, and I think the real cornerstone of why so many people are using this. Now, Juggernaut, whether you love it or hate it, Juggernaut is a dream perk or dream aspect for apes and for aping, because you run at people and you get a frontal shield. Now, it does use up your class ability in doing so, but it's not really too big a deal, especially when you're rocking Thruster. You get it back every 30 seconds with the base cooldown. And obviously, you're going to rock really high resilience to get that back fast. So you can ape at people, and you can pair Juggernaut with Peregrine Greaves. So if you use this, you can one-hit kill people with Shoulder Charge and pair that with Juggernaut, and basically you get an overshield while you're trying to ape people with it. It's definitely a strong combination. And obviously, it pairs well, to have just absolutely insane lethal abilities on your Arc Titan. Next up, we're going to have Spark of Magnitude, and the reason why is because that'll make the Storm Grenade linger a little bit longer, which, if you haven't seen this thing just travels around the map, chases people down. It pushes people away from the mid, so if the enemy team tries to take mid aggressively and you throw this at a choke point, throw this Storm Grenade at a choke point, it will push them off of that, push them into an unfavorable position. So it's definitely one of the best grenades for Trials of Osiris right now. Next up, we'll use Spark of Recharge, so that way when you're critically wounded, you get your melee grenade a little bit faster, and then we'll have our arc grenades jolt people with Spark of Shock. You probably could use something else in this place. It's not necessarily that strong. It's like a very weak arc web, but that is the build in terms of our subclass. And then in terms of our exotic, of course, we're using Peregrine Greaves. You can use whatever weapons you want. I mean, you could obviously use, there's like the Pugilist one, that weapons that give you some more melee energy if you really want to rock that. But Peregrine Greaves is going to be huge for this. And then I'm also rocking double bomber, and then I would recommend 100 resilience, 100 recovery, and 100 discipline. So go triple 100 builds. I don't have that on right now, obviously, but that's what I would recommend going through. I just threw this on for a video because I've just been seeing so many people rock this. I was like, man, people need to know that this is like the class to use right now. I do still stand by that Stasis Warlock class being so insane for winning 1v1s, but Trials is a 3v3 playlist, and so I think that this class helps a lot more in the 3v3 style, especially for taking mid and just making some really overall aggressive plays. So we're going to use double bomber, or at least a single bomber on this. And then on top of that, you could also throw on, with the gauntlets, you can actually have grenade kickstart, which is really sick. I would definitely recommend having something like that. So that way when you fully throw your grenade, you just get a little bit of boost to grenade energy. And then you could even have ashes to assets if you want to get some super energy from grenade kills or your melee kills, because your melee is going to one-hit kill people with Peregrine Greaves. So that's the build. Again, triple 100, 100 resilience, 100 recovery, 100 discipline would be the go-to. I would recommend giving this a try in Trials if you haven't already. It might help you get your first flawless. It's the second week of the season, and I'm seeing everyone use this that's using Titan. I'm not seeing any Void, Stasis, or Solar Titans lately in Trials. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.